I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land. This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life.
Okay, so welcome to the video, everybody. This will be the first video that I am uploading to the channel, and we are obviously going to be playing The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Now, the reason we are playing the remastered edition and not the original version is because, unfortunately, I don't have the DLC on the PlayStation version of this game, so I have to play the remastered edition. So we will be doing that. Also, this is not my first attempt at making this video. I have already recorded this video once, and well, there were some problems. While I make my character, I'll explain. So, I originally recorded this video a couple days ago. A couple days before I'm recording this version of it. And I had the entire thing recorded. And then we had a bit of an oopsie. Now, I am recording this off of a laptop. It's a new laptop. It's a good laptop. But as with all new devices, there are some hiccups when you first start using it. In this case, the hiccup, but we ended up having some issues with the computer. Namely, that after I had edited the video and I had it looking the way I wanted it to, the Windows File Explorer crashed. And not only did it crash, it also took out OBS and DaVinci Resolve, which is what I edit my videos on. And after taking them out, it basically crashed the entire laptop. I got the laptop turned back on, and it's at that moment that I realized the SSD that I had stored the video on had been corrupted. So corrupted that I still can't use it. And that sucked. So I spent 2 days attempting to get the footage of me earning my first trophy back. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't salvage it, I couldn't save it, so it's just gone. So I'm re-recording this bit without the trophy pop, and then I have uh, I have found a clip of someone else with the actual trophy pop. I will input that part into the video at the proper point so that it is still there, and I will credit the person who originally posted that video to YouTube uh, in the description below. So, with that out of the way, and with that explanation done, here's the rest of it. So, what we are attempting to do is we are going to be platinuming this game. Now, what does that mean? Well, obviously, we're going to be. Well, hold on, let me rephrase that. Sorry, I'm still new to this, so explaining it is a little confusing for me too. We are going to be perfecting this game. Now, what does that mean? Obviously, we're going to be getting all the trophies. We are going to get the platinum trophy. For those that don't know, I made a completely new PlayStation account in order to track all the platinums that I earn. And I thought it would be really fun if I recorded my journey to earning a bunch of platinums and posted the videos to YouTube. So I wanted to start with Oblivion because Oblivion is my favorite game of all time. I grew up on it. I got it for the first time, I want to say when I was probably 9. And I played the hell out of this game until I was well into my teenage years. I actually played it so much that I would get sick whenever the opening theme of Oblivion started to play. Like, my body would have an actual adverse reaction to the opening theme song. It would make me nauseous. I had played this game so much. So I took time off of it, and I eventually came back to it with the remaster. And lucky for us, um, most of the trophies, I think all of the trophies actually, are tied to milestones, whether in the um, whether in quest form or in progress through the main story form. So that means that we are not going to have any issue dividing these videos. Every um, what I'm planning on doing is every quest that I do for a guild or for a DLC or for a main quest line is going to get their own video. However, any side quests that I do and anything like that that's just me preparing are going to kind of be lumped together at certain parts. Like right after we escape the Imperial sewers, we're going to have a segment where I go into the Imperial city and I just get a couple things that are going to help us survive, but aren't necessarily tied to the main progression of the story. So that is going to be a separate video from, say, uh, the journey to Coral to drop off the Amulet of Kings. That is going to be separate. As for the build, I figure I'll go ahead and talk about this now, and then we'll go more in depth uh, when the time comes. So, because we are playing this character with the intent of earning the platinum on her, we are going to make her kind of a jack of all trades. So, we are going to be using hand to hand mostly because I haven't really used a hand to hand build before. And hand to hand is much better in this game than it ever could have thought to be in Skyrim. Um, so for the most part, our weapon of choice is going to be hand to hand. We are going to be using armor later, but for the time being, we're not going to be using armor. Instead, we're going to take the Lord's Birth Sign. that gives us 15 armor to start with and 15% magic resistance. Now you can obviously tell that we're playing as an Argonian today. That's not for any specific reason. I just like Argonians. I think they're cool. I like them. I like how their appearance. I like their stats. I love that they're immune to poison because poison is kind of a pain in the ass. Um, Now, obviously, you can absolutely just develop spells much later on that just completely negate poison, and breathing underwater isn't all that useful later on. Um, but especially if you get alteration up, then you can just make yourself able to breathe underwater for as long as you want. Uh, their stats are okay for a jack of all trades. They start with 40 almost across the board, aside from endurance, which starts at 30, so our health is going to be a little lower, and our personality is going to be a little lower. Our intelligence starts at 50, which means that technically, aside from the Altmers and the Breton, who start with bonuses to Magicka, we're going to have about as high as we can get. Um, we can eventually get some gear that will kind of negate those differences, but I'm not all that worried about it. More on the perfection thing. So we're gonna have a checklist. I don't have one. I don't have it here in front of me right now, but the checklist is going to be: we need to get every spell that we can. Now, obviously, there are going to be some that are relegated behind RNG via the tomes. I'm not going to worry about them. I'm strictly speaking of every mage that sells spells, every quest reward that gives you a spell, and um, the you can like create spells. I want to have at least one of every spell in the game by the time this character is done. Also, uh, one of the most important things that we're going to need to do is as soon as we can, we're going to need to get a house. Now, why do I say that? We're going to need storage space. Because here's where the other thing comes in. We're also going to want to get one of every scroll in the game, one of every weapon in the game. I don't mean enchanted versions. I mean an iron sword, a steel sword, a fine iron sword, a glass sword, a dwarven sword, or whatever they're called. Um, we're going to want to get one of all of those, one of every armor piece. We're going to want to try to get one of every piece of clothing that we can get. We don't have to enchant them, and we will probably never use most of them. But for completion's sake, I want to have them. And then, of course, we are going to do every side quest that we can. After I am finished with this video and after it is posted, I'm going to make a list of all the quests that we need to do, along with when we can do them. And we're going to go through, we're just going to do that. So we're going to do every side quest that we can. We're going to do every guild. We're going to do every DLC. And we're going to do the main storyline. The main storyline is what we're doing first. We're not starting with the guilds. We're starting with the main storyline, specifically because there are some rewards that you can get in the main storyline that you lose out on if certain people die. So I want to do the main quest line first so that I can get that out of the way and so that I don't have to worry about it. And then after we have done the main quest line, then we will go back through and we will do all of the guilds. I don't know what order we're going to do the guilds in, but we will do all the guilds I may do Knights of the Nine before the guilds because I like the Crusaders armor set, and um, you kind of want to do the Crusader. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because you have to do the Pilgrim's Path anyway. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll just do the Knights of the Nine quest whenever. We'll figure that out at some point. But for the time being, finish the sewers, make a list of the quests that we're going to do, what order we're going to do them in, any gear that we need, main quest line. Um, Also, we're not doing many side quests until we have done the main quest line. We will do some side quests to get gear. Like, we're going to do the not so friendly competition right in the Imperial City, specifically for the Weatherward Circlet, which gives us bonus Magicka resistance, which is going to be really handy when we go into the Oblivion gates, because one of the resistances is fire, so we're going to need that. Aside from that, we're going to knock out the main quest line as quickly as we can, and then we are going to move on. Occasionally, we may take breaks to do some side missions if they are particularly interesting. If not, we may wait until the very end to do all of the side missions, because by then they should be available. And also, if you do the side missions before you do all of the guild quests, then certain quests just bug out. There's one Thieves Guild quest line that I know will bug out if you do a specific side mission first. So we are doing the side missions last. Alright? Alright. Cool. Here we go.
Hey, lizard. It must break your heart, huh? Being so close to the water, knowing you'll never get to swim again. You know, sometimes, when they let us in the yard, you can hear the sounds from the lake. The boats, the gulls, so close. No, you'll never get to swim again, Argonian. But don't worry, you'll be dead soon enough. That's right, you're going to die in here. Hey, you hear that? The guards are coming. For you.
Boris, lock that door behind us.
Yes, sir. My sons, they're dead, aren't they?
We don't know that, sire. The messenger only said they were attacked.
No, they're dead. I know it.
What's this prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
Never mind. Get that gate open. Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
No sign of pursuit, sir.
Stay put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
So,
You? I've seen you.
hang on.
Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength.
Okay, so there's some extra dialogue there that I tried to get, and I failed, obviously. But the dialogue involves Captain Renault, the lady, saying, "My job right now is to get you to safety." And then Glenroy, the one to the Emperor's, the one on the left side of the screen, he will have trouble with his keys and fail to unlock the door until you step out. When you step out, it continues just like it did, but we missed that this time. Let me get my reading voice on. What's going on?
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me
right, I'm
out of the
playing as a
city
lady.
along a secret escape route.
Hang
By
on.
chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
Who are you?
I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
Why am I in jail?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
I go my own way.
So do we all. But what path can be avoided whose end is fixed by the almighty gods?
Please, sire, we must keep moving. Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
Oh, that's the other thing. Okay. So,
Quiet and stay out of the way.
I mentioned a little bit of the
Don't
build.
try anything.
I said we're going to
I'm
be
watching
doing
you.
hand-to-hand. We're also going to be using
Protect the
destruction
Emperor.
magic for
captain's
one
down.
reason, and that is because I really want to try to do a kind of like an elemental monk build, you know, where I can do
Are you all right, sire?
touch
We're
destruction
clear.
magic. I can do range destruction, but for the most part, my melee combat is just going to be my fists. And here's the stipulation that we're going to do for no reason other than the fact that it will be fun.
Don't worry, sire. We will get you out of here.
Also, I keep trying to hit circle to open up my menu because that's what it used to be, and now it's the right diagonal button. We are not allowed to take our wrist irons off until the main quest is done. That means no gloves, whatsoever. We are not allowed to take our wrist irons off until we have completed the main quest line. Cool? Cool.
They
We can
won't
do
be
everything
the
else,
first
but
to
we can't take
underestimate
the wrist irons off.
blades. I'll take point. Let's move. You stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
Aye, aye, sir. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Like, die. My controller drift is getting much worse. So I've been having issues with controller drift lately. That's not meant to be an excuse, by the way. That's just the way it is. So if you ever see her suddenly accelerate when I'm like just looking at the floor or something, it's most likely because my controller just decided that it would be a good idea to just yank me forward, and that's not very useful for me. Another thing is that so lockpicking is, at least for the very easy locks, a lot easier in the remastered edition than it ever was in the original. And I believe it has to do with the frame rate, but don't quote me on that. Because I think the frame rate is so much higher than the actual lockpicking minigame that that first very easy lock is just you flick it up and then hit X and it locks in 90% of the time. Sometimes you will obviously get unlucky and it won't work, but for the most part it tends to work exactly like that. We are just doing this for the extra experience. Also, that rat is unique in that it has high health because it has to fight the zombie. That's basically it. So, for the most part, we are going to be fighting using magic. We are going to be using touch destruction spells. We are going to be using... Also, we are technically, like, under the sewers. You can walk over this place when you go through the Imperial City, which is why this equipment and stuff is down here. Presumably, they just lost it down the well or whatever. If I had to guess, we're probably still under the Imperial City jail, but there's also the possibility that we are under the market district. Here's 2 gold coins with no idea how they actually got here, but we're going to take them anyway because it's the first 2 coins in our eventual hoard of wealth. Seriously, by the end of this game, we are going to have more money than pick a dragon. We'll take that just to sell because it's 5 for every 1 weight. That's not bad at all. Alchemy, I'll be honest, I would like to use alchemy, but we're not going to be using alchemy all that often. It's just, I'm gonna forget it exists. I always do. Sometimes you can get lucky and that guy can have a silver spoon. We obviously were not this time. He has a wooden spoon. But we are going to have a ton of money. We also have to buy every house in the game. I'm not going to buy every horse in the game because horses are kind of the same, aside from Shadowmare, obviously. But for the most part, horses are pretty much exactly the same. If you own 1 horse, you own every horse, and we're going to eventually get Shadowmare, so until then, we're just not going to have a horse. Also, you can't level up athletics if you're riding on a horse, which part of it is we're going to max out every skill. So that means we're going to need to run around a lot. Speechcraft is going to be very grindy. So I'm probably going to start with Speechcraft as one of my tagged skills, just so it's easier to level up and it goes up faster. Destruction Magic and Restoration Magic are going to be tagged skills. Hand to Hand is going to be a tagged skill. Athletics and Acrobatics, like I said, are probably going to be tagged skills just because they tend to level up kind of slow. None of the armor types are going to be tagged skills for reasons we'll get into when it's relevant. Easiest way to say it is that, well, we, actually, see, I almost forgot this. Hang on. This part is actually going to be most likely cut out of the video. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm going to have to drop some stuff. But there are some things that I need to get now because I don't think I'll be able to come back here and get them later. So this will probably be cut out, and I'll explain later on that I did get them. But Rusty Iron Helmet, Rusty Iron Shield, the Warhammer is fine. Rusty Iron War Axe, okay. Rusty Iron, well, we don't have to grab that yet. We'll grab you and you. Rusty Iron Bow, Rough Leather Shield, Rusty Iron Dagger, and then these 2. Okay. Now... 21 pounds, of course. Okay. We'll be able to find a club outside of here. Most goblins tend to carry one. Yeah, whatever. Oh, another skill that is going to be tagged is Armorer. Now, we don't have to tag armor. We will absolutely be able to level that up outside of this. Oh, wait, hang on. I don't have to drop those. I can make sandwiches. Okay. Now we've used up the ingredients, and we have something that weighs less, but is worth more. Okay. Also, John from Many a True Nerd is the one who first said you can make sandwiches using... Yeah, that was more stick drift. That was just very irritating. But he was the first one who said to make sandwiches using the ingredients, and it really stuck with me, and now I pretty much use that too. It's just, oh yeah, no, let's just make some sandwiches. That's cool. So I'm aware that we will not be able to get all of the Daedra artifacts. Well, I say not all. You basically are just going to have to make a choice, right? So some of them you will be able to get, some of them you won't. We're going to have to pick and choose. And the one we are going to give to Martin is most likely going to be what I consider to be the worst one, and that's probably going to be the Mask of Clavica's File. I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't really care for the quest to get it. It's a whole thing. But anyway, yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go do that quest as soon as we can so that we can give it to Martin for that specific quest. And we'll keep everything else. The weights in this game, I don't mean the time between objectives. I mean specifically the weight of items is astronomically bloated.
Until help arrives.
Help? What makes you think help will get here before more of those battles?
Here they come
We
again!
need to get the Emperor out of here.
My sword!
For the Emperor!
Also, you don't need to help with this fight. You can if you want to. You get some extra
think that was all
dialogue
of
if you end up killing
Let me
one
take a look
yourself,
around.
but it's not necessary
Have
at
you
all.
seen the prisoner?
Damn it, it's that prisoner again. Kill her. She might be working with the assassins.
No, she is not one of them. She can help us. She must help us.
As you wish, sire.
They cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand. I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder which sign marked your birth.
Well, we've already talked about that. It's going to be the Lord. And then we're going to continue.
The signs I read show the end of my
Hey,
path.
Toast.
My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
What about me?
Your stars are not mine. Today the Lord shall prove a faithful patron in your quest for glory.
Can you see my fate?
My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness. With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied.
Aren't you afraid to die?
No trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this, I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall.
Where are we going?
I go to my grave. A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close. We're the Emperor's bodyguards. Our job is to get him out of situations like this. Although I admit, things are not going according to plan. My job is to make sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it. Stick close and let us do our job, and you'll be all right.
Maybe the Emperor is right about you. The best way you can help is to let us do our jobs and don't get in our way.
We're looting all these guys, because sometimes they have useful potions, a lot of times they don't, and it's just their robes, which is fine. But yeah, sometimes they will have useful potions that you can either sell or you can keep.
Hold up.
I think another thing we might do is that I might lock out potions, because potions are a good, oh crap, I'm gonna die thing. So I may just ban healing potions and magicka potions and just force myself to either get really, really good with restoration, which we're gonna do anyway, or
damn it! The gate is barred from the other
get
side.
better at fighting.
What
So
about that side
we are going to
passage
make
back
this
there?
hard on ourselves, but we're
What
not
of a
going
try.
to increase
Let's
the
go.
difficulty to like master or even journeyman, because adept difficulty is okay. I think the big thing about difficulty in this game is
It's a
that
dead end. What's your call, sir?
they tend to just make
They're behind
enemies
us.
health
Wait here,
sponges. They just bloat
Wait
their
here with the Emperor. Guard
their
him
health
with your life.
far
You
and
thought
away
we-
more than is necessary.
I can go no further. You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son. Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Acting. Good night.
Stranger, you chose a bad day to take up.
No. Talos safe.
I love it when he just gets cut off. It's so great.
We failed. I failed. The Blades are sworn to protect the Emperor. Now he and all his heirs are dead. The amulet. Where's the Amulet of Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
The Emperor gave it to me.
Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septim. They see more than lesser men. The Amulet of Kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire. Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry. The amulet has power. Only a true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why?
I must take it to Joffrey.
Joffrey? He said that? Why?
There is another heir.
Nothing I ever heard about. But Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral.
How do I get there?
First, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial city. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers.
You know, you guys, okay, so here's the thing. They suck at their job. Presumably. Now, I could be wrong. But presumably, the Emperor was in the White Gold Palace in the Imperial Way, or the Emperor's Way, in the very heart of the city. So, they had two routes out of the city. The first involved them going out through, no, three routes actually. The first involved them going out Talos Plaza, because Talos Plaza would have led them straight out of the city, over the bridge, into, I always forget the name of that little village, but it's the main way out of the city. The second way is the waterfront, taking him down there, loading him onto a ship, or just hiding him out there for the time being, or hell, throwing him in a rowboat and rowing him across the water. That's the second way. The third way is the way they chose, and that involved them going through the market district, across a bridge that they could have taken a left or right on, to circle back around and go to said waterfront district or out the gates to the Talos Plaza district, or around the city to the gate that connects to the Talos Plaza district and heading across the bridge that way. But instead, they came into the Imperial City prison and then down into the sewers so that they could go out of the sewers to the exact same place that they would have gotten if they hadn't gone into the prison and gone down, because the Imperial City sewers lets out onto the same. You can literally walk onto the bridge they would have had to run across to get into the prison. You don't have to jump over a railing. You don't have to do. You walk onto the bridge and then walk into the market district. So it would have been faster for them just to take a left, or a left, and go down an embankment to the pier that you appear on when you leave the sewers, because that's where they were going. It's just strange.
There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced witch hunter. Am I right?
No, you are not.
I wasn't far off. In any case, rats and goblins won't give you any trouble.
After the sewers, then what?
You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wayne Priory immediately. Got it?
We actually will do that this time. Yes, I understand.
Good. The Emperor's trust was well placed.
What about you? What will you do?
I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body and make sure no one follows you. You'd better get moving. May Talos guide you. By the way, thanks for recovering my comrade's swords. I'll see that they are given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
Yeah, okay, so now we are no longer over-encumbered. Now here's the thing. Instead of guarding the Emperor's body down here in the sewers, it would probably make more sense if he picked the Emperor up and carried him out of the sewers. But he's not doing that.
You need to get out of here.
And then we can talk to him for more dialogue.
A chapter house of the Order of Talos. A monastic order connected to the Blades. It's located on the Black Road just outside of Coral.
What about the Amulet of Kings?
The sacred symbol of the Empire. Only those of Septim blood can wear it, they say.
Supposedly that's because the Septims are all Dragonborn. Like the protagonist from Skyrim. Supposedly that's what the Septims are. They are all Dragonborn. That's why only they can wear it, because they have the soul of a dragon.
He's the Grand Master of the Blades. As the eyes and ears of the Emperor, the Blades don't advertise themselves. We of the Imperial Bodyguard are the public face of the Blades, but most of my brothers serve the Emperor quietly, behind the scenes. You'll find Grand Master Joffrey at Wayne Priory, living as a simple monk.
What about the Blades?
My order is dedicated to the service of the Septim Emperors. We have failed in our duty to protect him.
What about Uriel Septim?
May Talos guide his soul to Aetherius. Rest in peace, my lord.
Okay.
Take care.
Yep. Alright, so... Shocking Touch is going to be the spell that we use the most. It just is. Cold Touch, I don't think it's very effective in a cost to damage ratio, because it's 9 more mana for 5 more damage. I just don't like that. I'd rather cast another Shocking Touch. Here's the active effects. We have 75% resistance to disease, 15% resistance to magic. We are immune to poison. We have a 15% shield, which means we can make the shield spell. I don't know if you know this or not, but you actually can't make spells that you don't already have access to. So this gives us the ability to make a shield spell right out of the gate. If you don't have this, you can't make a shield spell, and it's really hard to find one. If you don't leave the sewers with an ability that gives you shield, like either a Breton, normal, or just starting as a Breton, or picking this one, or later on getting one of the Starstone or the Lord Stone, whatever you want to call them, that are scattered around, the one that gives you the shield ability, you have to depend completely on RNG to give you a shield ability or a shield spell. If you don't get that, you can never make the shield spell. You just can't do it. Okay. Also, as you can see, Argonian, the Lord, we have no tag here because one doesn't exist. We are level 1 with 100 magicka, 73 health, and 160 total fatigue. Our starting stats are 40 strength, 50 intelligence, 40 willpower, 40 agility, 40 speed, 35 endurance, 30 personality, and 55 luck. Our starting skills are armor 25, block 25, hand-to-hand 30, destruction 31, restoration 30, acrobatics 25, speechcraft 25, and then our minor skills are athletics 16, blade 10, blunt 5, heavy armor 5, alchemy 19, alteration 10, conjuration 10, illusion 15, mysticism 15, light armor 5, marksman 5, mercantile 5, security 15, sneak 9. We have no factions. Our details: days past 1, active quests 1, quests completed 1, skill increases 10, trading session 0, novice skills 14, apprentice skills 7, journeyman skills 0, expert skills 0, master skills 0, bounty none for our world and the Shivering Isles, fame 0, infamy 0, days jailed none. Basically all those are 0. We killed 26 creatures and 1 person just leaving the sewers. Places found 0, locks picked 5, locks picked broken 0, potions made 8. We did that when we made a bunch of sandwiches. And that's pretty much it. Now we can go. Oh, and we have 23 carry weight that we can actively use, which just got a little lower. So, yeah, we'll equip Shocking Touch. We won't be doing a whole lot of sneaking for the first bit. We will need to sell some stuff so that we can buy a house faster, which is the important bit. Because yeah, I want to be able to buy a house fairly quickly so that I can store some stuff. There we go. Hello. Okay, so this right here is a friendly rat. He will never attack you. He's not even considered an enemy. I don't know why he won't attack you, but he will never attack you. And my headcanon is that he likes to go back and he likes to eat all the corpses. Also, you can use him to artificially bump stealth if you want to. We are not doing that, but you can do it. Okay. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, we already had one failure to get through this because the video was corrupted. So, normally, in our first go, this was when we gained the very first trophy. It would have appeared right after I hit this. So instead, what's going to happen, I'm going to hit this, and then we're going to watch the other person's clip. And again, I'm going to link them down in the description, so you can go watch their video too if you want to. I would appreciate it if you did at least go watch their video, because them posting this video probably saved me from pulling my own hair out. And then we will be out of the sewers. Yeah, it would have popped right here. And we're out. We are out, and we cannot wait because there are enemies nearby, so we're just going to open up the map. See what time it is. 7:36 a.m., which means you probably escape the prison at 7:30 in the morning. So with that, I want to thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Please remember to like and subscribe if you liked what you saw for more videos. And we will continue with the next part, going into the market district and doing a couple of side quests, at least one to get some gear. We may do the Imperial City Arena, or at least part of it, just so we can buy a house as quickly as possible. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.